changes.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Amanda. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is long overdue. It is my April budget video. So I was planning on filming this for March, but March I had extra income from tax returns and stuff, so it wasn't like a good explanation of my actual budget, and I was still kind of working on things at the time. But now I've like figured it out. I've kind of gotten control of everything, and I kind of know what I'm doing now more, so I thought I would share it with you guys. So yeah, let's get right on into the video. Okay, so first I'm gonna go through like the things that I use for budgeting. The first thing that I use is this monthly calendar. So basically each month I go through and I write out, at the start of the month I have my bank accounts where I'm at, so checking, savings, wedding savings, how much is on my card payment still, and how much is on my student loan payment still. Then the next section I have my goals for the month. I can't read this backwards, but basically it's how much I wanted to pay off on my student loan, how much on my car, how much extra spending I was giving myself, and my approximate income working. So obviously this month I got more from tax returns and stuff, but those went straight to my loan, so I didn't include that in my actual like income, you know. And then I just finished this month out, so this was my ending amounts of everything. So yeah, that was my end of my month. And then I go through and put in my things for every day, and I don't do it like very often, but it's kind of just nice to know, like basically this is when the state pretty much went on lockdown. So these last 2 weeks I have not spent money on like anything, which has kind of been okay. So now we're doing April, so I have all my starting things and my goals. And I actually, so previously my extra spending habit or budget was $200, but with everything being shut down and not being able to do much, I actually only ended up spending $30 of that this month, and I'm assuming that for April it's going to also be low, so I actually decreased my budget there to $100. And the way that I came up with that number is basically just looking at what I've spent in the past on a normal typical month, and like obviously trying to decrease that a little bit, but typically I don't spend any more than $200 on myself a month, and it's been a lot less now that I've actually been super keeping track of it. So so yeah, this is what I use it. It's just kind of nice to know when I spend money and where I'm spending it, and keeping track of everything. And I also like having my goals listed and stuff on the side. And then the next thing that I use primarily is an app. It's by Dave Ramsey, and it's the Everydollar app, and I use the free version. And so I use it, you can have an app, there's an app on your phone, and then you can also log on to it on the computer. And I'm gonna go through it on the computer, but I'm gonna like screen record and like hopefully like put it up so you guys can see what I'm looking at. I'm gonna attempt it. I've never done it before, so we will see if it actually works. So basically this is my March budget. The way it works is you have your income set here, and then you have your savings accounts, and then you can kind of organize it however your heart desires. You can also set up your debt, which is really cool there. So this was my one for March, and then it lets you copy and paste it over to the next month, which I think is really awesome. So one thing that's important that I'm gonna keep in track of and add into my April budget is this remaining column over here. Oops, remaining. So this is the amount that I have that I did not spend in March. So I'm gonna actually include that into my income for April. So to get the next one, I'm gonna click over here and go to April. If you click start planning for April, it will just automatically fill in what you have for March. I'm gonna obviously make some adjustments with that. So my rollover from March was going to 670, and that is already in my account. So So I'm gonna add a new transaction and say that I already received that amount of money. I don't have any more federal tax returns, so I'm gonna delete that. I do have 1 day of babysitting, which I will make about $40, or it's only like 4 hours of babysitting. And then my checks have pretty much stayed consistent at $17.50. So that is that. It's saying that I'm over budget at the top. I don't know if you can see that. So that's really helpful to do. My wedding savings each month is only $500. I added more last month because I had leftover money. My credit card and gas, I think I'm trying to stop spending money off of my credit card for gas. That's the only thing I was using it for, but I'm trying to get caught up with that, so I'm not spending money with that. So I'm trying to think of how much I have left on there. I think it's like 50-ish, $50.22. So that'll get paid, and then I haven't really been spending gas money at all, so I'm gonna put in $100 for that. One thing that's really nice is it kind of keeps track of how much over budget you are all the time, which is really nice. My miscellaneous, we are decreasing by 100. I already purchased my contacts, so we will delete that. Subscriptions, I feel like last month I was over budget on that, and I just like generally did a number for that. So let's see. I spent $19.21.
Sorry, are you playing music on the Google Home?
No.
I think one of our neighbors connected to our Google Home is playing music on it.
Really?
Come here. I checked my Spotify.
Am I playing music?
California.
Oh wait, it's me.
Oh, thank God.
Did you try to start playing music?
No, it just started playing behind me. I was like, this isn't coming from my laptop.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It just creeped me out.
We will change that up. Subscriptions, $19.21. Perfect. That'll be the same. My minimum for my SoFi payment, that's not going to change. That's my student loan payment. And then my car payment, I will pretty much put the remainder of what's up there on there. Hold on, let me see. Okay, so we do 12 and 29 cents. And then at the top it says it's an Everydollar budget. So that is like the gist of my, like how I do my budget. The way that I budget is I like keep it really simple. Me and Alex have a combined checking account that we use for rent, utilities, and groceries, and if we go out to eat. So I think that helps with the situation. So that's like a separate budget, but that doesn't change monthly. So every month me and Alex just both put $1,000 in there. So that's part of my budget, as I just budget $1,000 a month to go there. So that doesn't change, and obviously like gas and stuff will change a little bit. My extra spending on myself will change a little bit, but I just categorize that into one thing. And obviously if I know I have an expense coming up, like this last month I knew I was going to order contacts and I knew they were $95, so I included that in my budget for that month. So I know a lot of people have been talking about like what to do during this whole coronavirus COVID thing. Like, am I personally stopping my debt snowball? No, because I am still employed. I don't think that I will be losing my job because of this. I'm a nurse, if you don't know, so I am going to be employed during this time. My paychecks are always very consistent. I work my hours and I get paid. If I work more, great, I'll make a little more money. But for the most part, I don't plan on changing anything. I'm actually able to contribute a little more because I'm spending less money on myself. I have my emergency savings account going on. I have my wedding savings. If anything were to happen, I could obviously use from that. But for the most part, I am not planning on stopping anything because I'm still able to contribute to paying off my debt. So like obviously it depends on your situation if you should or shouldn't. It's like completely up to you what you want to do. So I hope that that was like helpful. So for the most part, besides putting my budget together, I use the app on my phone, which I'm gonna actually start recording. The app on my phone is what I use on a regular basis. So I typically will scroll through and look at it every so often. If I want to add something that I have spent, I will click the plus on the bottom or on the top and type in the amount. If it's income or expense, I can switch that at the top. But if it's an expense, I can type what it is if I need to, and then I can choose where I'm putting that. So it's really, really easy, and you can actually pay. So I have the free version of the app because I don't need to pay to use it. But you can pay like, I don't even know how much it is, $130 for a whole year, and you can like hook it up to your bank account and it automatically put those in. I don't need to do that. I totally have time to like sit down and go through my stuff, and I don't spend a ton of money, so like it's not super bad. But it also gives you like insights of where you're spending money and what you're doing and like that. But I'm pretty good about keeping track of that on my own. So that is basically my April budget. I kind of showed you a little bit like my income as a nurse. I work 64 hours a pay period, so 2 weeks. So I typically work 32-ish hours a week, and my paychecks are bi-weekly, obviously, and I get paid about $17.50 every other week. And then obviously if I pick up extra shifts at the daycare, which I've been trying not to do because of the risk of extra exposure and whatnot. But I think the biggest thing is just like being like, obviously everyone's budget's different. A good place to start is just keeping track of where your money is going, what you're spending money on. And then once you know like your normals, like your averages of what you spend money on, then like take those things and maybe like scale down a little bit. Like if you know you're spending like $500 a month on groceries, but you know you're going like, you're making multiple trips a week to the grocery store or whatnot, if you scale back on the number of times you're going and you just plan to go every other week or every week or whatever works for you, you can like lower your grocery bill a little bit. Or being really conscious of how often are you going out to eat. That's definitely one thing that Alex and I have been working super hard on, is not going out to eat and making our own food here. And actually this whole month we haven't gone out to eat, so our going out to eat bill and our grocery bill and stuff are part of our joint bank account. We know generally what we spend every time we go grocery shopping. We go every other week. We go to all of these. We spend about $300 a month on groceries for the both of us for a whole month. But for the most part, that is how I do my budget. I think it's really easy. I really love the Everydollar budgeting app. I think that that has helped me a ton. I always struggled with a way to like keep track of my expenses, like because I've used like Excel and stuff before to do that, but it's hard because you have to like put in all the algorithms and whatnot, and I just never liked the way that it just didn't flow right for me. And I really like the way that this app is made, and it's super great. Yeah, so one other thing that I wanted to just say is that I've already paid off $10,000 this year on my student loans, and I showed this in my last video, but this is how I've been keeping track of it. So in January it was about $2,500, February was a little more, $4,500, and this last month was about $3,000. So total I've been able to pay off almost over $10,000, which is really exciting. And if everything goes to plan with this month, I will be able to pay off almost another $2,500 this month. So that's really exciting. So I know part of the like budget or debt snowball is like every extra penny you have, you're putting towards your loans. And the way that I do it is like at the end of the month, whatever's extra I will put towards my payment for the next month, just because I have to transfer money and stuff to pay off, like to pay those debts. So it's just easier for me to just at the end of the month instead of like doing it throughout the month, if that makes sense. So that is it for today's video. I hope this was kind of informative for you guys. let me know what other finance or nursing or any videos you guys want to see from me. I have obviously a little more free time now with everything that's going on, so let me know what else you want to see from me. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any more videos, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!